Uh-huh. Thank you.
That's good. Ah. That's good. Oh. Oh. Yo. Huh? Say what? Heh. Oh. Yeah, sure. Huh? Nope. Yeah, sure. Oh. Yeah, sure. Damn it! Heh. Oh. Nope. Oh. Yeah, sure. Oh. Huh? Ah. 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 Huh? Yeah. Ah. Ah.
Uh-huh. Hmm. Oh. Thank you very much.
Huh. Ah. Huh. Ah. Ah. Yeah. Hmm. Huh? Whew. Huh? Oh. Here. Yeah.
You came. I had a feeling you wouldn't under the circumstances. I'm glad I waited. I had so much I wanted to speak with you about, but for some reason, as soon as I saw you, it all went blank. Why don't you speak first, while I try to remember? Did you have anything you wanted to ask me? He's in an He and Mother aren't on the best terms of late. So that's been weighing on him. I did speak with him before I came here, and the shop isn't doing especially well, but he enjoys being there with his regular customers. He doesn't want to let his lifestyle go. But more than that, Mother has been using herself as a decoy to keep the agents away and distract from the project. She left me in my uncle's care to keep me safe from all that. She trusted him. I believe he seems conflicted. Uncle Shun is a very earnest man. He's been reluctant to speak with her of late, for obvious reasons. He still believes in the cause, but it troubles him now. What does a man do when his beliefs are at war with his honor? Have you any other questions? Do you want to know about Mother? We don't think of our mothers the way humans do, but I'd say she and I are closer than my brothers and sisters are. As the leader of our society, my mother upholds its traditions, which is why she fostered my siblings out to other shadow souls as soon as they were born. Incidentally, my uncle was one of those other shadow souls, my kind being what we are. We have a reason for that particular tradition. This may unsettle you. The unofficial rule, as I've heard it, is a child in the home means no more in the belly. There was a time when we had to breed continuously for the race to thrive. That time is long past. Now that I recall, my uncle once put it to me differently. To keep calm in the house and order in the bloodlines, he said. What else? Well, Mother chose to raise me herself. She gave me her milk. That was what marked me as the next mother soul. I never learned all the details, but among our kind, a mother's milk is very much like blood. So, in a sense, she fed me the way I fed you. From her, I gained what was needed to take her place one day. Though, again, I have much yet to learn. Any human might have mistaken us for an ordinary mother and daughter. But on that subject, it's all rather foggy to me, but I do seem to remember having a father once. Not a shadow soul, mind you. A human. The few memories I seem to have of him are... In fact, now that I think back, you remind me of him. I'm joking, of course. I scarcely remember him at all. If you did resemble him, I wouldn't know. But being near you does give me a familiar feeling of being safe and cared for. Perhaps you do remind me of him, in a way. And in that way only, mind you. I wish I knew. I've heard he was a normal human. Perhaps he's still living a normal life. I've also heard he's the reason Mother hates all humans now, but I have no more to say about that. Since the two of us have a bit of leisure time, would you accompany me on an outing? I mentioned before that Suzu and I have explored Akihabara together. Masquerading as humans, of course. We might shop or eat now and again. For curiosity's sake, but never simply for pleasure. Until Mother brought me here, she'd never let me out of her sight at all. Humans were too dangerous, she said. Then my uncle gave me an allowance and loosened my leash, so to speak. I planned my routes carefully, I stayed away from agents, and all was well. Now then, agent, would you care to join me? Splendid! I suggest Northeast Main Street. Here we are! This place is the talk of the town, you know. The games do take money, but there is such a wondrous variety of them. Have you been here before? Ah, then I have many things to teach you. I recommend Samurai Kitchen. It is a fighting game, if you're familiar with the term. It's most amusing. Would you like to play around?
Samurai Kitchen!
Hey!
Ready? Cook! Ready? Cook! Yeah!
Ready?
Win!
Not bad.
Ready? Cook! Samurai Kitchen.
Here I go.
Ready? Cook. Ready? Cook. Ready? Cook.
Win.
Ready? Cook. Ready? Cook.
Huh? One more.
Samurai Kitchen.
Here I go.
Ready? Cook. Lose. Ready? Cook. Ready? Cook. You lose.
Shall we play again? Now that was a match for the ages. Oh, how are you at that game? Yes, that one. Suzu and I did our best last time, but nothing came. Let me see. Oh, I do like that box. Here, I'll move the crane, and you look in from the side and tell me when to drop it. I'm counting on you. And so it begins. It looks straight. All right. Yes, that prize is all right, and it looks all right. Yes, all right, and so it looks all right. Yes, all right, and it looked all right. Yes. It looks all right. I have you. Go. Wonderful. Yes, it must be my blood in you. Suzu tends to hesitate, so she's with you at my... Shall we go for one more? I like the way you think. What should we do next? I suppose it's too early for a meal. Why don't you tell me about yourself? I'm sorry, my brother. No, not just... Oh, so I suppose we all have our familial struggle. On the bright side, that's one more thing we have in common. Ah, the people who came rushing in after you. Sarah has regaled me with a few of their stories, but never gone in. They must be... might I meet them someday? The way you describe them, I feel I simply must. Of course, I already know Sarah, and I have met Mr. Yatabe. He's an affable fellow. If I can make conversation with you, then perhaps I can do the same with others. Or so I would like to believe. Wishful thinking, perhaps. I know it could go wrong. Even so, what do you think?
Oh, hey!
Welcome back.
What's up? The agents?
Yeah. Ever since the capture operation.
Except to say the mission was over.
I'm sure they're just preoccupied with Mother Soul. What?
Maybe. I don't know.
Is something the matter, Master?
Yeah, you got something? No worries. Lay it on me. That's what I'm here for, right? Which H game are you having trouble in? All right. I think I've met enough 2D girls to know what to do with a real one. Ask away. No holds barred.
May I please come in? Huh?
What?
Huh?
Huh? Oh,
Oh, am I too early?
Isn't she that one Shadow Soul? The one who made you drink her blood?
Oh man, this is bad.
Yeah.
She's a family member too?
What's the meaning? Why would you bring her here of all places at a time like this?
here
Please excuse my rudeness, but what is this?
Is she gonna...
Or shut-ins.
I'll do nothing of the kind. Please, don't be afraid. Where should we start?
Master?
Dude.
I see.
I'm terribly sorry. I was afraid of dragging you all into it.
I can see where you're coming from. I felt the same way, keeping quiet about Chief.
Yeah, even I ended up getting in the way.
We should all be in this together. Cards on the table.
Yeah. Then at least we won't have to worry about keeping secrets from each other.
It must have been hard for you, Sarah.
Fairly, yes.
If you'd told us sooner, we could have done more to help you. And what are they again? The
The Enlightened, Mr. Yatabe.
Right. If the Enlightened really do want to live here in peace, then even if they are shadow souls, they're not much different from us.
This isn't right.
Master Nobu,
Well, we might be working with the agents, but we're not working for them. We built the freedom fighters to foster love and peace in this town. And if the Enlightened can win over the rest of the shadow souls, there'll be no more reason to fight them at all.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I deserve...
No, but...
You're right. When I met the three of you before, all willing to hear me out, I let my optimism get the best of me. But others despise us as you do, sir. We are monsters to you. And I, a particularly rude monster. In fact, if the agents see me here with you, they might take you for accomplices of mine.
Mr. Sprui.
I'm sorry. It was selfish of me to come here. I'll leave. Please, forget. Thank you for your kind words, Mr. Yatabe.
That's not what I'm talking about either.
What are you talking about, Nobu?
I said I deserve to meet a Shadow Soul too.
What? What?
I mean, I I get what happened with him, but then, turns out Sara's friends with her too! Mr. Yatabe's cafe manager friend is a Shadow Soul top dog. And, on top of that, he knows Sara's new best friend! Gon had his whole adventure with the two idol girls. So how have I been out of the loop this whole time? Did I just not trigger the right flag, or I could get the 100% event CG in every H game I own? Except for the ones with the stupid bugs. I'm right there at the front of the line every time they have a big release event around here. Maybe a bunch of devs got into a meeting room someplace, and they said, "Oh, we're out of time. Let's cut Nobu's chapter." Or, Nobu's chapter would get us an adult rating. Let's cut Nobu's chapter. Screw Nobu. Jeez, it could have been any of those.
Do you know what he's...
Please pay no attention to him.
Is that normal among humans?
It's more like his particular defining trait.
I see. I understand. There are so many different kinds of humans, aren't there?
So, does all that mean you're okay with her, Nobu?
Oh, yeah, of course. She wants to stop the bad guys and not hurt people. Cool. Besides, Shadow Soul or not, 3D or not, if they love Akihabara, we've got to welcome them with open arms, right? Just like Mr. Yatabe said. We're not agents. We're the Akiba freedom fighters. Yeah?
Thank you.
Yeah, what the... Wait a minute. Hey, is it okay if I ask you something?
Be my guest.
Are Shadow Souls, like, ageless or anything?
Not exactly. We do age, but not as quickly as humans do. Mother was born well before the war, but a human would take her for no more than 40.
Before the war, eh? To look so young at her age, that's astonishing.
So then, what about Gon's idols? How old are your sisters?
That's rude, Master Nobu.
Well, they're...
Hold it, Gon.
Age doesn't matter they're just these wonderful, perfect beings that give us all hopes and dreams and...
They're Shadow Souls, remember?
That just proves their age doesn't matter.
My sisters were born after the war.
After the war? We're still after the war, right? As long as we were born after 1945.
Thank you, Rui. We're fine now. All good.
Are you sure?
Yes, we're fine.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you know that?
After the war? So, I guess 3D's still got a long way. Yep.
Time to bring up the elephant in the room.
Yes.
Huh?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Outside of Nobu and Gon, we've all been in contact with the Enlightened. And 2 of us are already supporting them, while keeping it a secret from the agents. Agents I think it's time we all got off the fence. Any longer, and it might be too late.
Yes.
Of course, our own loyalty is to those who love Akihabara. That's where the issue lies.
What do you mean?
Suppose the agents walked in right now and asked us to turn over Mistress Rui. That's what he means.
Oh,
That is tough. I don't think the agents are gonna give the Enlightened a pass. Are they?
They say they're chasing Shadow Souls for the sake of the country and humanity. If that's true, and the Enlightened aren't a threat, could the agents be convinced to leave them alone?
we could ask them. But if we did and they said no...
If it were me, I'd say yes. Then I'd organize a peace talk, get them all in one place, and take them out.
Yeah.
To add to, if they find out we've been helping Shadow Souls behind their backs,
Agents might not care whether they're enlightened or not. They seem to have some pull with public organizations.
I don't doubt it. Nor do I doubt they'd have other means of...
And even though you knew that...
I knew they might find me out, but I intended to take the heat for all of us.
You were truly that selfless?
Pay it no mind. I do what I believe is right. Nothing more.
Sarah.
Anyway. Sounds like we've got a big decision here.
Yep. Let's think it over while we watch this IT Witch Maria Blu-ray.
Try to stay in reality, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Gon's right. This is a heck of a decision for all of us.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. This is our business too. We didn't become the Akiba freedom fighters as a fun little hobby after all. We want the same thing you want. The question is, what are we prepared to do about it? And it's time to come up with an answer.
I mean,
Yes, I was hoping a rousing speech would make it easier, but no.
Please, I'll.
Sorry. Man, is Sara a maid or a drill sergeant?
Right?
All right, down to earth. Let's think about this realistically. I've had a thought in my head since I found out Chief was a shadow soul. I personally want to help him, but the freedom fighters have already sided with the agents. So what's the I thought about it.
Well,
I'm going to disband the Akiba freedom fighters.
what? I see.
Hey, hold on a sec, Mr. Yatabe. What are you talking about?
Yeah. We were.
You're right. And we call ourselves freedom fighters. But who are we, really? Just a bunch of friends who love this town. We happen to get together and form a club about it. But if that club were to cease to exist, no one else would miss it. They might make us sign an NDA, but that'd be the extent of it. Once we disband, we'll be free. Any one of us can choose to help the Enlightened or the agents.
Well,
If we stay on the agents' radar and help the Enlightened, they'll catch on sooner or later. Once they do, they'll already know who and where we are. They could use us as bait to lure out Rui and the others, to name just one example. But if we show them we've naturally disbanded, they'll lose interest in all of us.
Is that our only move?
Please, continue to be freedom fighters. I understand now how much trouble we truly are to you. And I would never ask you to help us at the cost of your own friendships. Besides, it's between my kind and the agents. None of you should ever have been involved. I was wrong to let you indulge me. I know that all too well now. So please, we'll take care of Sara. Thank you both for Mistress Rui. At first, I thought only of befriend. I came here without a care. But, well, at least my cares will no longer be yours.
You really don't have to worry about us, about the freedom fighters.
Do not disband. I will not allow it. Your bonds beyond blood. They're wonderful to me. I could never break such things, nor let them break on my account.
Is that why you saved him? Because he stood up for his friend?
Yes. Shadow souls will always obey the blood. But humans are different. He showed his humanity that night. I love to see that in people. I wish I could do the same.
Aspiration.
Yes, that's it. I aspire to it. All I was ever raised to be was Mother's heir. My followers revered me for that. My siblings hated me for it. And I had no other relationships at all. But for humans, no two relationships are the same. I always envied that in you. I'm sorry. Listen to me prattle on. I'm sure none of this makes sense to anyone here. It's just that I don't want your relationships to suffer because of me.
Well, Gon, Nobu, what do you think about all that?
Yeah, let's disband.
seconded.
Serious. If a girl cares that much, I'll do anything to help.
Same.
You feel that?
Yes.
Then we all agree.
Wait 1 minute. Please. Miss Friendship is not confined to a place or to the name of a group. Our bonds are more than physical ties and can't be cut so easily.
It is a bit sad to lose our favorite gathering spot.
Yeah, it made a great place to leave our stuff when we had to go out.
Although that stuff did pile up pretty quick.
Yes, and some of that stuff
Was what?
never.
Wait a moment, though.
Don't worry. We used to just hang out on the street. We'll just go back to that. Plus, Sara and Mr. Yatabe still have their shops, so yeah. We'll see each other.
This whole town is our base. Not just one building. There's always cool stuff happening. You'll always see someone you know there. That's how I see it.
Yep.
That's what you think so too, right?
Master Yatabe, you've had that smile on your face for a while now.
Oh, have I?
Are you hiding something? I'm a maid. Reading people helps me see what they want.
Well, fine. I'll just spill it then. To tell you all the truth, I've been working on a second base.
Ooh.
I have a side job in real estate, and I found a good spot.
Wow, Mr. Yatabe! I didn't know you did that!
Guess it makes sense. There's not a lot of money in junk these days.
I let other people handle most of the details, but I manage a few properties.
But the Freedom Fighters are still disbanding, right?
Yes, technically, the Freedom Fighters are.
So that's what you mean. You're a sly one, Master Yatabe.
Oh, come now. Well, I was going to mention it sooner, but we got a bit sidetracked.
What does all that mean precisely?
Simply put, we're moving to a new spot and changing our name.
So, like a politician landing some big shot corporate job, but it's okay this time because it's us doing it.
Once we've done that, we'll have effectively cut our ties with the agents. After that, we can all sit down and plan our next move.
Just when I finished touching up the place. How unfortunate.
Are you planning on opening another cafe here?
One of my dreams is to fill every inch of the city with maid cafes. So yes,
Is that a dream or an obsession?
Maid trying to take over Akihabara. Sounds like an H game to me. Hey, Gondo, you sure you want to be on Team Enlightened?
Huh?
I mean, those twins of yours aren't on that team, right?
Oh, Miss Rui? Is there any chance DBP might come around?
I highly doubt that will ever happen. Both of them are quite loyal to Mother. Unless she changes, they never will.
Guess it'd look pretty bad if I ran off to join the Shadow Souls, huh?
Yeah, that would be a strain on our friendship, I think. Their whole shut-in project is about hurting people so they can't enjoy this town anymore. And even if the victims can't feel it anymore, that sucks.
Yeah, I'll just keep that in mind then.
my goodness.
Well, it looks like we have our sights set on what to do next. So, Miss Rui, it'll be a pleasure to continue working with you.
Yes, likewise. We may indeed be a burden at times. We welcome you. Suzu and my uncle will be just as happy, I'm sure. Thank you for bringing me here. I hadn't expected all this. I only wanted to be friends. Even my wish for peace in the city was selfish.
That's fine. People in this town can be selfish sometimes. Anything that's helped the town grow.
Sometimes greed is good for that.
Here, here.
Master? Mistress Rui? Is something the matter?
No, it's too soon. Mother's already here?
Is that the agents trying to get a hold of you?
And that was my sister just now.
What?
Chill out.
I see. The rest of us should get ready for the move. You two be careful.
Yes.
Of course, I'd like to visit.
No problem.
Yeah! Then we can get the inside scoop on DBP.
All right, let's be up. Listen, thank you for everything today. First, you met with me when I asked. And then, when I asked to meet your friends, you said yes. Thank you for indulging all my selfish requests. I never dreamed any of this could happen. Even now, it feels like an actual dream. When I was there, laughing with everyone, it felt like they were tickling my heart. It felt so wonderful. I was so happy. It was fun. I wanted that moment to last forever. Could it? Could it be like that every day? If my kind could all live here in peace? Well then, we will simply do our best to make it all come true. We are friends, aren't we? If I were in danger, would you save me? Thank you, and I would do the same for you. All right, I'm going this way. Take care.
Ah. Huh? No. Ah.
Huh?